Red is go. People, yeah, we had a whole thing. The damn camera decided not to work. So Achara fixed it.
Because Achara is cool.
Yes.
You fix everything. You're like Mrs. Fix It.
Out of necessity, not out of desire.
That's a line.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Achara Kirk, joined by Kristen Stephenson Pino.
Hey there.
And we're going to be watching a food video, one of my favorite types of videos to watch. I will watch food videos in my spare time. What about you?
No.
Okay.
Only if if I'm watching the process of it being cooked, yes. And then I'll go and cook it. But if I'm just watching people eat it, no, because I get a little bit bummed out that I don't get to eat it.
Well,
and then I'm like, ugh.
You're going to be bummed out for the next 13 minutes because that's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the best ever food review show. This is Sweet Indian Street Food Tour in North India, India's dessert capital.
Ooh.
I feel like we watch a lot of videos about like a lot of savory food, but desserts get a little bit left behind. I'm a big fan of desserts. I'm also a big fan of Asian desserts. And I know that for like a lot of Western people, you know, I've had a friend who I took to a Thai restaurant and I was like, here, have this delicious Thai dessert. You know, like some sort of like sticky rice with some coconut milk and
they hated it.
Beans or whatever. And he was like, let's just say dessert's not your country's strong point. I was like, I feel attacked.
You should have felt attacked. I like Asian desserts better than American desserts because they're not as overwhelming. Overwhelmingly. Thank you. Overwhelmingly. Whatever.
Sweet.
I like the softness of it.
I feel like Indian desserts, though, are very sweet. I've had a lot, actually, that are very sweet, and I enjoy them.
Do Indians do baklava, too?
Baklava?
Or no? Or is that more Middle Eastern?
No, that's Middle Eastern, but there are things that are maybe along a similar vein. But we're about to find out, you guys. So before we do, please subscribe, click the bell icon, all notifications, and upvote this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video that we're watching, do use the link in the description to get over to the best ever food review show and give them a subscribe and a like as well. All right, let's jump into this. Here we go. Whoop, whoop.
I'm such a bad boy.
That's how they started off.
Exercise twice as much tomorrow?
I guess, yeah.
Jalebi. Oh, I didn't get to go here.
In cuisine, there's one type of food that absolutely cannot be overlooked: dessert. And here, they do dessert unlike any place I've seen before.
I thought those were marshmallows for a second.
This whole thing is just full of sugary syrup. This is like my kind of hot tub right here.
Every region in India does dessert a little differently.
Oh, wow.
But in Jodhpur, there's no doubt that they love their dairy.
Anywhere they can put milk in a recipe, they will.
Today, we'll be checking out some super simple, classic
I like milk
street
stuff.
food sweets.
He's making this gigantic
Jabby
one for us,
loves that.
record-breaking jalebi.
Is it like a donut?
Crazy, complex
More like a
dessert
funnel cake, I guess, yeah.
you've never seen before.
Crispy, though, and syrupy.
Labor-intensive.
I'll come across ingredients that I've never even heard of.
This is gold.
And there'll be plenty of balls too.
Plenty of balls.
Get ready to satisfy your sweet tooth. Today we'll find out if
We love
Jodhpur
balls.
is the real
Look how pretty
dessert
that looks.
capital
Yeah.
of
I like how colorful their desserts are.
I also love that there's like rose petals and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like, I love flowers and
I do
food.
too. We should go to India and just
Eat.
Jodhpur
Yeah.
native, fashion blogger, and food lover Archana is going to be my guide today. She's done a bit of modeling too.
I do a bit of modeling. Do you know like when people do before and after photos? I'll just do the before photo.
I'm only about
dad
after
jokes.
one.
Where are we right now?
It's Clark Tower Market.
I see a bunch of tourists and a lot of people carrying stuff on their head. I really like that. What is Jodhpur bringing to dessert in India?
It's basically the mixture of saffron and maava.
What is Maava?
Milk solid.
Okay.
It's like boiled milk and it's turned into maava, a paste sort of thing.
Are we gonna try that today?
Yeah, sure.
Maava, awesome.
she said, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll have that. Yeah,
Sri
we could.
Hotel is a landmark in Jodhpur Central Market. Oh, and it's not even a hotel.
This
Yeah.
place, is it more famous for desserts or for being a hotel?
Obviously desserts.
It says hotel right here.
You guys tell me. I thought as well in India, the term hotel can also actually mean like restaurant.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
It's not necessarily like in our understanding of what a hotel is like a place that you go and stay.
So
But
it's translated differently.
maybe. but yeah, you guys let us know.
We are going to eat rabri. It's boiled milk. After getting that boiled milk a bit heavy, they add sugar onto it.
Okay, let's dish it up.
This rabri is made with milk that's been boiled until becoming thick. This is
It
called
almost looks
Maava
like
in Hindi.
pudding.
tapioca.
Yeah.
With a splash of rose water mixed with cardamom on top.
I want to try that.
Essentially dehydrated milk with sugar. So it's like very rich, creamy, and then chunky.
Put it in your
Take a nice
mouth.
big
Is it
bite.
good?
Put it in your mouth.
Definitely unusual. The milky
Unusual.
consistency, it's a little like cottage cheese, but sweet. The
Sweet
flavor is
cottage cheese.
Creamy, sweet. It almost tastes like a little bit of honey,
No, there's no honey in
but
it.
there's no honey. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. I will say, like, one thing though about Asian desserts sometimes is like presentation wise, maybe not the most appealing.
Yeah.
Like when you look at that, it looks like chunky.
Looks kinda rough.
Yeah. But then when you taste it,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's
It's like
good.
a hit or miss. They either look beautiful,
Yeah.
or they're like, you're like, that's questionable.
Yeah. But like I would go for something like that because I love kind of like puddingy textures, like
I do too.
soft things. Anyway.
This place has a huge kitchen prep area, and we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at what they're making next.
Ooh. It's very colorful.
We have come to the
This guy.
preparation
What?
rooms at this hotel. Again, it's not a real hotel. But if it was, this is the room I would stay in. What is this called?
Mishilal pede.
Have I mentioned that Jodhpur loves dairy? Here they start with Maava, then add a slew of ingredients including sugar and saffron, which gives it its vibrant yellow color.
Yeah, it's
This
pretty.
cooks in a wok until it becomes the paste you see now.
This is my offering to your team. What do you think? Yes? Thank you.
Once the ball is formed, it gets a literal stamp of approval.
It's beautiful. Essentially, they've kind of stamped it here.
That's
I wonder
so
what
cool.
the dough tastes like,
Do you
just
think
like
we
that.
could, all eat one together? Guys, could you please join me in eating one of
They
these?
said
for
no.
my show?
No, this is our job.
Yeah? Cheers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they do eat it
It's
just like
very
that.
Thick. Almost
Like
like
they don't-
Play-Doh, like a softer
Yeah.
Play-Doh. A ton
So
of
they-
saffron flavor coming through. And to get it so fresh, right from the ballers themselves. Gentlemen,
Right from the
thank you
ballers.
so much.
The ballers.
This guy, you're killing me with your balls.
Well, be careful crossing the street. Where are we headed right now?
We are going to Moti Jalebi.
I know jalebi. It's like one of my
Jalebi.
favorite desserts.
Oh, it's like a giant funnel cake. That's
It is
magical.
It's just
definitely
basic
Moto.
Flour, batter, sugar. Is there something special about this place?
This is 110 years old. He's the third generation.
Yeah, and there's a line. Wow, this place is popular.
He's
Hi there.
very round.
I love how he's smiling while he's doing it too.
very happy.
Hey,
Look
that's
at
how
him.
you know it's a good place. He's
Yeah.
probably eating a lot of them. I'd probably look like that too
Oh,
if
so
I was
right
making
here,
them.
He's taking it out of the oil. He puts
Oh,
it in
the
sugar,
color.
and kind of keeps it submerged for a little bit. Whoa.
Wow.
That one is nuts. Look at this. Thank you, sir. Look
I
at
can't
that.
eat too much of
Huge
that, though.
jalebi. The
Too
biggest
sweet?
he makes,
Yeah.
Possibly. And we're going to try to break some of it off. Oh, it's very brittle. I've never had it this way. It's so thin. You ready to just try it out? Let's go for it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm taking a little bit because I'm a model.
It's so
Yeah.
toasty, crunchy. When you take
She's
a
like,
bite,
I'm done.
the sugar gushes out of it. That is
Really?
a straight guilty pleasure. I'm such a bad boy. Are you gonna have to exercise twice as much tomorrow?
Yeah, you will.
Me too.
That's right. He's
Personally,
like,
I would have gotten a picture with that guy. He looks like a legend.
Iconic confectionaries, perhaps in all of India. Jodhpur Sweets, with a reputation so strong that copycat shops with the same name have sprung up all over the place. It's not good.
When you come in here, you've got a sweet tooth. Okay, your boyfriend just broke up with you.
I would
You're
eat all
sad.
of it.
You're gonna eat away your loneliness.
We should do
What
something
you
where we
come
go
in
into
here
the
and try?
sweet shop,
Obviously, kaju.
grab one of everything.
Over here. See, I got a real
Kaju, I love.
Katli will mend our broken hearts.
it's
Super sweet, made with
berry.
a ton of crushed cashews.
I've never
You're
eaten
saying
any of
is
this so
sweet,
far.
So delicious, it could cure any loneliness or heartbreak.
She said
All right,
yes.
cheers.
So good.
Oh,
You like it?
it tastes like dried fruit mixed with molasses, maybe.
Yes.
And that's been a long tradition in India, having the silver on top.
This one she liked because she took a big bite of that one.
Yeah.
Everything
But-
else she hasn't committed
Are
to.
trying recommend
That's Jabby's
some of the most
favorite.
unique treats offered here.
I want that
Wow.
one.
Yes.
Badam laddu. It's basically an
Wow.
almond sweet.
Try that.
Is it actually rose flavored?
Yes.
I must say, India is the only place I've been to where they season desserts with flowers.
Yeah.
Which other one do you think?
No, Hawaii does too.
So many places.
Jodhpur. It's like my great grandfather's
Japan does.
time.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try some of the old and some of the new. Oh,
Wow.
beautiful presentation.
I love
think we
laddus
start with
too.
the classic and then we'll work our way up to this rose one.
Though these balls look somewhat similar, their preparation couldn't be more different.
Whoa,
Laddu
very
means ball, and the
swooshy.
Rabri laddu starts with a Maava gram flour batter that's then strained through this skimmer spoon, creating tiny fried little balls. Those get tossed into a sweet syrup, saffron, and cardamom blend. Finally,
Wow.
That texture's
powder,
like
rose
really
petals,
nice.
fresh ones, almonds, and press them into the balls you see here.
Now to you, is this a one biter?
No.
Two
No.
biter?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Cheers.
He's like, I'll do it in one bite.
Yeah. What's in the middle?
Whoa, that is so rich, so sugary, kind of crumbly. Ton of saffron in here. Oh, it feels luxurious.
Yeah.
Is this what kings would eat back in the day?
Yes.
I feel like a king as I eat this.
Well, just the
She liked
ingredients.
that one too.
Yeah.
Has a very different preparation, starting with the dough made of saturated and blended almonds and sugar.
Oh, I would love that one.
Yeah.
Paste consists
I love
mainly
my
of
almonds.
Then they pile on roasted almonds and rose syrup. Mix it up, ball it up, then even more rose syrup and actual
my mouth.
dry rose petals. Finally, it's
That
garnished
sounds
with pistachio flakes
very
and raisins,
sweet.
which is my
And
favorite part.
Does
pistachio.
laddu mean ball?
Yeah.
Do people ever say like, you don't have the laddus to mess with me? Does anyone say that? Like,
No.
that guy's got
No
quite a
one
set of
says.
laddus.
And it's shaped as laddu, see, as ball.
Let's try it out. Oh, one biter?
Oh.
Why want to show them this? Oh,
She's like, I put an entire bowl in my
Similar
mouth.
texture, but has some crunch in there with the nut. But man, rose flavoring, that is out there. It's
I wanna
really
try that.
perfumey kind of aroma to it
I
that
love
you
it.
taste up in your nose. Are you still working on that?
Yeah.
Delicious, I love it. But that's not why we came here,
What?
is it?
There's more.
More?
We're here for a super secret dessert. But first, the owner is showing me how all this sweets making is possible.
Every floor above their main room where they're serving the dessert is just full of pots and pans
Wow.
and cooking, different things
Wow.
going on. Look at this place.
That looks like cheese.
I feel like I'd get fat working at like a bakery store or something. I'd be like
I'd be
eating
like,
it. I'd get fired.
Downstairs, but then you come up the elevator and you just see.
But you
there's
might
so
get
many
over
tasks
it, yeah.
to be done.
Maybe.
Here they are making
I don't know.
rasgulla. Here they are making Maava.
Maava.
So this whole machine, they put normal milk in here. When it's solid enough, you just dump it into here.
Yeah.
I would love to try it. This is a kind of common ingredient here, Maava, right?
You eat it with hand, you get a better taste. It's very hot.
It is. It is very hot. It's kind of sticky. There it is. I can't hold it too long because it's burning my hand. You try it together? Let's
don't
do it.
put it in your mouth.
Did you
just
have
yet.
though?
Wow. It is like the curd part of
No,
cottage
haddo
cheese
means
with
wash your
sugar
hands.
added. So it's a little sticky as you chew it.
This is sweet, something that goes around to all the people. Be careful, it's hot.
It's really hot. That is delicious.
He just burned his mouth.
Yeah, you can see it on his face.
Yeah, it's like
That
instant
looks like
regret.
a that looks like a
Unique desserts
burrito.
in all of India.
Or
it's
some-
called
or
pista
sushi.
Gori, with some ingredients I've never met before.
What is this one? It looks like
Dates?
caramelized onions.
No, it's not. It's roast almond.
Look at this. That's so nuts. It looks like they've caramelized them. Maybe there's some sugar mixed in there with it.
Yeah.
Before we cook it, we're gonna just sample it a little bit.
Get the flavor of roll.
Oh, very perfuming. That is a very interesting ingredient.
One of the most complex but
Perfumey.
satisfying
Perfumey.
sweets
I
I've
don't know
ever
if that's a
discovered.
good thing.
You can't
Yeah.
appreciate
Anytime he
food
says
without
perfumey,
understanding what
I
goes
like it.
into First,
You've
they
had
need to
it?
make the
No, I mean, I
pot or
like
green
that
portion
kind
the
of
dessert.
Oh,
It starts
okay.
with cashews
floral
and pistachios
smell
that have
and
been soaked in
taste.
water
Oh.
and ground into a paste. Then they
Oh.
prepare the wok.
I think it becomes kind of a syrup, huh?
Yeah, it's a sugar syrup.
Oh, I guess I did learn a thing or two in food college.
Then they add ghee and the ground nut paste. Pistachio
Ooh.
powder brings out more pistachio
I bet
flavor.
that's
and eventually,
super
the
good.
whole concoction becomes a vibrant green paste.
Ooh, that is a beautiful shade of green.
While that cools down, we make the masala, or the red part. Rose
Okay.
petals, pistachios, roasted almonds, mishri, or sugar crystals, poppy seeds, and their own luxurious pan chutney.
Wow.
This is gold.
It's not gold. It's a silver leaves, and it's mixed
Silver
with
leaves.
sugar syrup and saffron.
All right, my wish did not come true.
After it's mixed and settles for an hour, it looks like this.
How many kilograms of desserts have you secretly just, oh,
So they have to taste the sweet before selling it.
hey.
Ah, he's done it.
The assembly.
He's like,
Flatten
yeah.
the green pistachio paste and cut it
Called
into squares.
quality
Each
control.
piece is shaped into a small cone, then stuffed with our beautiful masala.
Wow.
Silver is carefully wrapped around the pan. Then the final touch, made with
Aw.
a saffron
that's so
and
cute.
rosewater mixture.
He's giving like a little bindi to it.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
cute.
is that right?
Yeah, that is.
Nice.
Aw. I love how smiley everyone is.
Alright, so
Yeah.
we're all going to try it out, right? With you guys too? How do you say cheers? Oh, okay, great. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
One bite.
That's delicious. When I had this alone,
Wow.
way too powerful. It's very intense. With
I can imagine
this
that.
kind of wonderful chewy
Yeah.
sheet of pistachio with that nuttiness balances out the perfuminess.
I almost
so
just
much.
wanna
It's
eat
a
that
perfect
bit.
blend.
I do
So
too.
good.
Yeah, like he's doing.
I could even just eat this too.
Whether
Yeah.
it's complex or super simple, India knows how to take desserts to a whole new level.
Facts.
I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Such a treat to have you by my side
That's it?
this whole day explaining
Oh,
all this
man.
amazing
Wait, I was
cuisine
ready
me.
for more.
You guys, you can check out Archana on Instagram.
Wow. That was fun. Like you, I could have just gone for way longer.
I was
on
ready.
that.
Yeah, I was ready for a few more. Do we have more to look at?
We can find more videos to look
hungry.
at for sure. That looked really great. Like I love a lot of Indian desserts that I've tried. Like they definitely are on the sweeter side, especially if
Really?
you're like, oh, my favorite thing about Asian desserts is that they're not too sweet. Indian
Yeah.
desserts are like, they are creamy, they are
Really?
sweet, but they are delicious. Like,
Okay, so I don't think
so,
I've
so
ever
good.
had a real like Indian dessert then, because I've never even seen half of what I just saw.
think, you know what? I
don't
think
think
like when a lot of people go to Indian restaurants out here, it's like you're more focused on like, oh, I'm gonna get a curry or
Yeah.
get some rice or some naan or something, and like really just enjoy the savory food. But then when it comes to dessert, I feel like probably when you're out at an Indian restaurant, you're not going, oh, I think I want to have an Indian dessert. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm normally like already full by the time I get to dessert, or I forget that there's dessert. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now it makes me want to go and like find one.
Yeah.
Just to try like, but I want to like just always pick something different just to try it, like try it out, you know?
Yeah.
Grab one of each.
I was definitely really drawn to a lot of the like flower flavored stuff, like the rose flavored things, because like I really enjoy those. And to me, like when you have a dessert that's like rose flavored or violet or something like that, it feels really special. Like
Yeah.
if I go to any dessert shop or like patisserie or cake shop or whatever, and it's like blah, 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 this is a rose macaron, I'm like, yep, that one. Or like a rose flavored ice cream. Yep, that one. Lavender flavored ice cream. Bring it. If it's got flowers, I want it. I want to try it all.
You're
And
like, I'm here for it.
yeah, seeing that, I'm like, a rose laddu, that looks so nice. Although maybe with all of the like different layers of rose that they put in
Yeah.
there, like with the syrup and like the rose petals and everything, I'm like, that's probably very intense.
Yeah.
With the rose flavor.
When I was in Portugal, I had this like rose ice cream.
Love.
So good. Every time he said perfumey, I was like, ooh, maybe it was like a little, like, I don't know, it makes me go too much rose or too much.
Or maybe he's just, like,
that's
not-
the best way he can describe it.
Yeah. Or it's not his like favorite type of flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like perhaps that's something that's maybe a little bit more of an acquired taste. Like maybe not too many people would be like, I would always choose a rose flavored dessert over like a chocolate one. You know what I mean? So maybe for him, he's just like trying to find a nice way and descriptive way to be like, this is what it tastes like. It tastes like I'm eating a perfume.
I like how okay, like the little bowls that they created, they could have just done like a big one, but I love that they added the texture, because I'm sure the texture of, how like sometimes certain sweets, even foods, it's the texture that actually makes it also taste that much better for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it's almost like a
lot of thought has been put into it. It's like there's so many different steps and layers to it. It's not just like, oh, I made one big giant bowl. It's like, no, I made like a bunch of little teeny tiny balls, and then I'm gonna like roll them
and then
up
put them together. And now
into a
when
big
you
one.
eat it, you have a different textures versus one where I feel like it would take away some of that joy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I go to restaurants sometimes and I'm like, I wouldn't like this without this to kind of the texture around it.
It's so important.
It's interesting.
Like it's like a good balance of like flavor, presentation, texture, all of that. So I'm excited to get you some desserts to try.
I'm excited to eat them.
Yay!
I'm gonna be like,
yummy, bring it. There are some places in LA we can go to. Anyway,
oh, do they?
Yeah.
And they're good?
Yes. Well, to me, I'm like, what do I know? You know, I'm sure in India, like anything that you have in the actual country is going to be so much better usually than anything that you would find outside. So I'm sure it'll be good, but it would be much better if we could go to like Jodhpur and like try the food ourselves. But until then, you know, we'll just have to make do with what we have here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know what other desserts maybe from your hometown that you really love. Put them in the comments below and we will catch you next time. I'm Achara Cook. This is
Kristen Stefano.
Ciao.